All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We apologize for the stereotypical Baddy League delay, but we are here. We are live with Baddy Ball Z Week 2, opening up with GSlayeR versus Destructive Dude. I'm Ajs Zero. We've got Albinojoe, and we're jumping right into this.
Yeah, what's up, guys? I'm sorry, I'm late. I'm here. We got this. And yeah, this matchup. Who do you think has a clear edge here?
It's really hard to say. I haven't seen much of GSlayeR yet, but from what I've seen, he's been decent. And so we're gonna see if he can put this 16 to work.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's playing the meta slave here with 16 as his starter in the lineup.
Yeah, but I know that Destructive has been practicing a lot this week. Him and his buddy Sword and Mace have been practicing.
I hope Sword and Mace is practicing. After last week, man.
Here we go. First decent combo coming out of GSlayeR here. It's a fairly even start so far from both of these two. Just getting some chip damage out. Well, this might be the one. Ooh, Destructive does not get grabbed there, though. He gets the swap.
Yeah, very good swap to Beerus there. Yeah, unfortunately GSlayeR missed a very important combo, like you were saying. That could have been the end of him there, but clearly wasn't.
Yeah, now Beerus laying down the damage. There we go. 18 just barely comes on out, and now Destructive got to be careful. One more combo wouldn't be enough to do it, but GSlayeR, it doesn't matter that he wins the combo because Destructive tosses out a bad level 1, and 18 comes up with easy finish. First KO.
Yeah, AJS, how does it feel to see your waifu, under someone else's control do just as good?
I like to share, so, and that's good because 18 is getting shared right now.
Yeah, Goku Black doing a little bit, but 18 doing a little bit. This is a lot of chip damage going both ways, but a clear advantage to GSlayeR right now with, just looking at the health bars.
Yeah, forcing out the third out of Destructive here, and he's looking for the knockdown, but not able to get a hard knockdown there. He could have finished it. Easy swap out. GSlayeR back on the other android.
Oh, he could have booted him.
He goofed, man.
Yeah, that was a big misplay. I mean, I guess it was a misplay. It wasn't a big misplay. There's not a lot of blue left on Android 18 there.
Destructive's going to have to pop that spark. Laying out a nice sparking combo into GSlayeR, who's starting to feel the pressure here. He's coming to double meter. And this is actually looking good for Destructive, kind of clawing his way back in here. GSlayeR's about to lose Cell. Barely gets the swap off.
Damn. Yeah, GSlayeR was 6 bar now, but that's gonna be very important, I feel, as soon as that spark wears off, which, speak of the devil.
Yeah, GSlayeR still has his spark available. Maybe gonna pop it on his way out of this combo.
Yeah, actually, he needs to pop that spark pretty soon. I mean, he has no one with health on his team, really.
Yeah, maybe he's waiting for somebody to wear off as he wants to get a little more time out of it. But Destructive gets caught with his pants down. He's cell on cell, gonna go the way of GSlayeR. Now Destructive just with Goku Rose left, and here it goes.
What?
Raw 3. I couldn't tell if Black was in the Super Dash. No, he was not, just jumping.
High risk, no reward. You kind of messed up, but I mean, can you say you messed up if you have all 3 characters still up? I don't know. And a spark.
Yeah, he has the advantage. Gonna get a few easy jabs in there, and he finishes off Destructive, who was feeling pretty confident going into this match, but he's dropping game 1 here.
Thanks for the help, 16.
That's pretty one-sided, wouldn't you say?
I wouldn't say it was that one-sided. It was still, I mean, just a few quick combos away, and Destructive takes that one when everyone was so low. But we'll see if Drew can tighten up a little bit heading to round 2 here.
Yeah, he's got something more to prove now. Now he's the underdog. Now he's going to pull through, right? Is that how that works?
We'll see.
Everyone likes a good story, right? All right, match number 2, same comps, and I don't know.
Not good enough.
Nice block on the auto combo. I get hit by that fucking every time I play Beerus. What?
What is happening? Holy shit.
Destructive laying out some odd Beerus combos, but once again, only chipping away at 16 here. But there's our first dunk of the match.
Face into the ground. Yeah, Destructive's able to land some good combos. It's just he's gotta start them. Out comes a waifu from GSlayeR here.
Yeah, Super Dash City here, but finally going the way of Destructive, who's laying out his first pretty sizable chunk there, but 18 gets swapped out pretty easily. But Destructive laying down consecutive pressure for the first time in a while.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's in the driver's seat now. Like there's really not a lot that GSlayeR's done for the past, I don't know, 30 seconds.
Yeah, this is looking much better out of Destructive as he is keeping this pressure alive. Gharris has Cell pinned in the corner, and the auto combo, the last hit on the combo, finishes off Cell. And this is a bigger lead than Destructive had at all in the first game. Alright, so Gharris now laying in Destructive. He's loving these mid-combo character swaps, and it's working for him. He's got GSlayeR kind of on the ropes here. Nice assist call, but doesn't quite make it in. It doesn't matter. He's got a top advantage.
And yeah, Destructive really in the driver's seat here. It's not really a lot going on for GSlayeR this round.
Oh, GSlayeR misses the dunk, but he gets the vanish on the super dash. Just as I thought things were looking bad for GSlayeR there. Gets his first kill of the rounds, and now he's not... I mean, he's a bit behind, but he's still got the spark. You know, this is maybe one, maybe two combos away from being a pretty even game. And there's a good chunk on the Gharris, but... Nice react there.
Yeah, that's the thing with this. You know, things can turn very quickly if there's two solid combos that come out of GSlayeR here, which it looks like you might get them.
Yeah, but then Destructive gets the finish there, and now... Oh, but is he dashing into the level 3? He is. He's gonna smart through all this, though. He's still got a lot of time left on that. But this is a chance if GSlayeR does keep up the pressure. No, he doesn't. Gets jammed right on the wake up.
That spark just totally eliminating that 3-bar.
Yeah, spark finally coming out of GSlayeR as Destructive's is wearing off here, but this is a corner combo coming out. Gharris laying it down too. He's got the 1-bar. Gonna try to finish here. This is just keeping 18 pinned in the corner. Oh, just barely whiffs on the auto combo, but he fucking vanishes the level 3.
Man. I mean, that was a reaction mistake there.
Oh, there we go. Destructive with the call in. Gets the finish.
Damn.
And now we're tied up 1-1.
Yeah, we're 1-1. I sold him short. I shouldn't have sold him short. I messed up.
Yeah, you fucking kids overreacting to game 1 every time.
Whoa, man. Game 1, it sets the standard, you know, and the standard was set.
No, the standard it does not set the standard. This game is too offense sided, and it's too easy for a match to snowball past a reasonable conclusion. And Destructive coming through on all his shit talk, showing you that it was just an unlucky game.
Well, you gotta perform on game 3.
We'll see in game 3.
GSlayeR the first to draw blood here, but yeah, damage is about even at the start. When I say that, GSlayeR is just beating up on Destructive. What happened?
The combos, they come. Once you've got the pressure, the combo will come. And GSlayeR keeping Destructive pinned into this corner for a decent bit. Now he's taking him out of this corner, too. He's taking him wherever he wants.
Man.
Big the medium mash auto combo. Gonna chunk a nice bit of blue into Destructive pressure. Still keeping up. His Cell almost
not letting up, but the switch comes out.
Barely gets it off in time. Big for Destructive to get that out. As he's trying to slow down, but he misses the Dragon Rush.
Great 1-bar combo coming out of GSlayeR there. His Android 16 is really showing up, but it's getting counteracted again by Destructive here.
Yeah, this pressure's been really good out of GSlayeR, but Destructive is withering the storm so far. Just not catching a break here. He gets pinned in the corner, but somehow gets that super dash combo off.
Man, sell versus sell. Sell on sell action, man. Who's the better sell? It looks like GSlayeR's the one, but no. Destructive Dude comes back with his own combo and switches and says, I don't want to play sell versus sell anymore. Fuck that.
Yeah, Destructive, he's been under pressure this whole time, but he's been managing his swaps well enough that he's really not very far behind. As he's going to try to corner combo 18 a bit here.
Oh, definitely looking in favor of Destructive at this moment.
And these guys have had some strange vanishes all match long. They look like they do not quite understand that mechanic yet. To be honest. Oh, the super dash into the level 3.
That
going to be blue, so Destructive will have the chance to swap this here.
If he chooses. Doesn't look like he chooses. He's comboing through this. He's probably going to kill 18 in the process?
No, I think he doesn't have the meter, so she's going to survive as long as she doesn't get lit up again. And there we go. The swap barely comes out.
Wow. That was way too close.
Destructive playing with fire here. Calls the assist, but I'm not sure that's what he meant.
Oh!
You know, he's going to go for the one character spark. He's keeping this pressure up. And now GSlayeR answering the spark. Both of these guys sparking on 3. They want to take this while they can. As they're now pretty content to disengage the spark out for a bit. But now GSlayeR laying down the damage. He's got the meter. Destructive doesn't have much. As both cells are back out.
Coming
with 3. I don't think it's going to hit.
Oh.
No, there's a nice vanish on Destructive.
Yeah, and there's the kill. Destructive Dude taking out GSlayeR, I guess proving he's the better cell, totally. Right? Right?
Alright, so now, no spark, not a lot of health here. GSlayeR really can't afford to give up much ground, and he's giving it up right now. Destructive in the combo. He doesn't have any meter, though. And 18 barely gets swapped out. Now 16 gonna try to finish off Destructive cell, but Black is out.
Yeah, there we are. Goku Black taking some damage here, some vanishes going on. Android 16 doing some work, but not enough with the hold.
Zamasu.
Goku Black's hold is so dumb. So dumb. What the fuck?
Yeah, and it works. This is giving GSlayeR, he's in a very good position right now. He's dashed in, but he drops the combo. But it doesn't matter because he's going to get the hits on 18, and he's going to jump up, get the finish on 18. And now it's just GSlayeR's Android 16 left. Maybe 2 hits and this round is over. But the vanish! Oh, he was in invincible frames, but it doesn't matter. He's still at his back turned. And Destructive drops match 1, warming up, but he's able to take the match 2-1.
Alright. He got the warm-up. Fair enough. Well, hey, that's game, and we are a minute past the time for the second match, which I think is starring me, right?
Yeah, we got you versus Cruz coming up, so we'll see you back in a sec, fam. This stream's probably not going to pause for long.
Stay tuned.
All right, welcome back, folks. We are up for game 2 here, trying to make up for lost time. Albinojoe versus Cruzmaster. Fortunately, I think Cruzmaster is going to do us a favor and get the stream caught on up, as we've got Ginyu versus Ginyu to open this one. Is this real or is Cruz just disrespecting?
Cruz is 100% just disrespecting
Oh
this match.
my god, he's playing the mirror! Cruz, one of our most dominant players in week 1. He's been sandbagging all of his practice leading up to this event intentionally, so no one would realize how much practice he had gotten in. And he's trying to take it to Albinojoe with his own team, but it's not going great so far. Albinojoe is mashing through Cruz's blocks here as Cruz makes the first swap of the match.
I think Cruz is really in over his head. I hope he gets the... Does he get to switch characters for the next round?
If he loses, he does.
If he loses. But if he wins, he has to stick with that Ginyu Force?
Well, if he wins with the Ginyu Force, why can't he win with the Ginyu Force again?
You know, you just can't... You gotta fight stupid with stupid.
Yeah, but like you said, not going super great for Cruz, as he has already swapped through his full rotation once. Ooh! This is the grab. But maybe it doesn't matter. Cruz at least understands the basics of aerial comboing in this game. As Albinojoe is popping a super early spark here. It's not going that badly for Albinojoe, but he is definitely feeling the pressure, as both these guys are building up a ton of meter.
Yeah, Albinojoe was sitting on 7 bars of meter and has yet to do anything with it.
I don't think we've seen advantage out of him yet, as Cruz just laying some pretty basic combos. But there we go, the Neo Fist coming through. Albinojoe with the raw 3. But Cruz is still... No, gonna get the swap there. And Albinojoe now under the pressure, but he's diving in on the Ginyu. And there it is, the jab finishes Joe off. He loses that Yamcha. His best character, I feel pretty comfortable saying. And Cruz is looking like he's warming up, but Albinojoe, he's gonna just try to swap Ginyu for Ginyu just to lose some health. Cruz saying, I can hit it back, also gonna be blocked.
Yeah, that Ginyu doesn't look very good. I'm not really sure why Albinojoe decided to keep it again for this week. You see Cruz laying out the Ginyu Force on his Ginyu, but nothing on Albinojoe's.
Yeah, he could have used a little Ginyu priority here instead. Vegeta getting pushed into the corner. Cruz gonna try to finish here and gonna be able to. And now it's just Ginyu with a few hits available up against 3 characters out of Cruzmaster. This looks bad.
Yeah, it looks pretty much over for Albinojoe. Maybe he'll not use the Ginyu round 2, and forces Cruz to play with the Ginyu. Oh god, those body swaps just look so bad that match.
It's not a good move. There's just so much delay on it. It is intentionally not something you're supposed to get off very often. And Albinojoe at this point is playing more for the hype of pulling one off on stream than anything. And it bites him. Cruz easily takes it to him with his team.
Albinojoe has not locked in yet, and he goes back in with the Ginyu Force.
Yeah, I think this is what he's been practicing. He's content to ride or die here.
I actually don't think that he's even been practicing Ginyu. I think he would have been. I think he's been practicing literally everything.
Alright, so we'll see how this goes. Maybe Albinojoe had a chance to read some of Cruz's tendencies here, but I'm thinking it's more likely to be the other way around. As Cruz is just kiting this backwards, chucking out as many Ginyu forces as he can.
Get the Yamcha switch back in, no 2H. Albinojoe decided to use some meter this match.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he knew quite how to approach otherwise, as Cruz was really content to just make him approach for a while.
As Albinojoe sent out... Oh, alright, here's his Ginyu Force.
Yeah, he's been setting up quite a few this game.
I feel like Cruzmaster litters the screen with the Galnier Force.
Albinojoe finally swapping off all that gear Ginyu was sitting on. But Cruz is looking still very confident here. As it feels like Albinojoe's been under more pressure than not.
Up bar still looking pretty even right now, though. Got them both dancing around in the air a little bit. Oh, there's an instant air dash.
He's waiting out the approach here. Cruz is just very content to swap to whatever Albinojoe is playing. There are no limits to the amount of disrespect he wants to lay down here. But Albinojoe is, at least for now, getting a few hits on Cruz, keeping him pressured in the corner. He would be one good combo away from a finish, but that applies to either of these players. Cruz misses the bring down.
Oh, Vegeta versus Vegeta. Not supposed to use these guys. This is for assist only. Have we seen a single Vegeta assist go well?
We have not.
Yeah. Alright. You know, super dash, that hard kick, like command grab with nobody near there. This match is full of it all.
Yeah, but despite all of that, Albinojoe is keeping it closer as these guys want to make sure they don't accidentally get up to 7 meter anytime. Cruz, he's starting to lose some health bars. We might have to see him start pulling some serious combos off here. But
well, he kicked up in the air, didn't chase after. Oh, there's a grab. All right. Oh, cocky bastard! Cocky
yeah, but
bastard!
Cruz is blocking. Albinojoe missed one of the lights in there, and now he's super dashing into it. Oh, it finally happens! It finally happens! Cruz beats Albinojoe to the only thing he cared about during the season, and now he's got the double Vegeta on his team.
Oh,
Will
no.
it pay off?
What do you do with two Vegeta assists? You had two of them. You had two.
System been very weak, but doesn't matter because the final flash comes out raw. And that's going to take out one of Albinojoe's Ginyus, but don't worry folks, here's another one.
Oh, beautiful! With the charge up! What was that? And here comes the Sparking out. This is exactly what we wanted.
Oh, there we go.
All
That's
right,
the grab. That's going to be a finish.
Ah, we got him!
Albinojoe's sparking, and he's in the driver's seat here. Ginyu and more importantly, his Yamcha available, and 7 meters. This is going to try to start mashing on some super dash. Cruz playing a little more patiently now. I think he realizes he's down to the wire, but still isn't able to finish off the aerial combo. But it doesn't matter. Albinojoe drops the block. And now it is a fairly even health bar. Both players sparking, but Albinojoe with a lot of meters.
Gonna be able to block this right here.
No, he was still in the Dragon Rush animation, and his spark just wore off. Cruz only has 1 meter, but it doesn't matter. Albinojoe drops the block, and Cruz, in our most disrespectful match of the season, takes the win 2-0.
Do you think that is more disrespectful than the Thrifty Senpai match?
Oh, absolutely. It's not even close. If you weren't in that match, you wouldn't even consider it. All right, well, that does it for match 2 here, guys. We will be back in a moment. We've got GSlayeR versus Salvo coming up on stream in a few minutes, so stay tuned. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our next match of the night. We've got GSlayeR going up against Salvo here in what could be a pretty big Group B matchup. GSlayeR obviously dropping just 2 games ago on stream. Salvo on a winning streak right now and feeling good about himself, which, if you know Salvo, no one wants.
I honestly don't think Salvo wins this match, even though he comes in with the strong combo right away.
Yeah, you live and you die by the kid. You always get the open, but you never actually continue the combo. As now GSlayeR is the one putting the pressure onto Salvo. Misses the grab though, and Salvo's gonna bring out the Broly as we've got the big ol' matchup coming out here. But 16 actually damages through the Broly armor there.
And then shows 16 shows Broly right back with his armor.
Wonderful, wonderful. This is what a 16 versus Broly should look like, but Salvo cannot commit as he's taking a little too much pressure there. He's got to pull out the Gohan, but 16 is just keeping this pressure in the corner, looking really good out of GSlayeR so far before he makes his swap.
That GSlayeR 16 is just so scary. That is his character.
Yeah, now Salvo tossing out the level 3. That's all blue health there. So Salvo gonna bring in Kid Buu. He wants to keep this pressure up, but GSlayeR wakes up and gets out of it. He's feeling perfectly fine here as he jumps the candy beam. And this is looking good for GSlayeR. Salvo's under a lot of pressure. I think he's blocking. Yeah, he's blocking down there on the ground. But Salvo has to barely get the swap onto Team Gohan.
GSlayeR making a few mistakes, but he's still looking calm and cool in this match. I feel like he really has the control here.
Yeah, he's looking very in control. So he's just bringing out his cell for the first time. But Salvo is not super far behind, especially when he dumps a bunch of meter here. Now it's Sal sitting on a lot of damage. And this is actually going to be pretty sizable out of Salvo. And GSlayeR going for the early spark here, so he wants to recover all that health out Cell. But Gohan gonna try to win this cannon matchup here. No, not for long. Broly gonna play some volleyball, and GSlayeR, by the way, done sparking, and now he is down. 2 characters left, no spark available. And I think Salvo has stepped back into the driver's seat on this one. But oh!
Oh, the blow up! But he gets 7 bars! Salvo has 7 bars to play with now. That's +4 for anybody who did not see.
Yeah, GSlayeR is content to play this out 2 characters to 2, and Salvo doesn't have much health on either of his characters to spark with when the time comes, and now Salvo is locked in an animation here. He's only going to have 1 character with little health to spark as 18 gets the finish here.
This is looking great for GSlayeR.
Yeah, but Salvo, he does have that 7 meter. See how Salvo keeps his pressure up. It's going to be really close to finishing off 18. And there we go, the super dash into the corner. And now 16 not going to be able to recover all of that blue health he had. Salvo still has 7 meters, so we expect a lot of vanishes. Expect some raw 3s. Why not? GSlayeR should be blocking this on the ground, though. GSlayeR needs to get some combo, but Salvo's going to be sparking for a long time still. The dunk coming out, but GSlayeR doesn't follow up with any meter. Oh, he misses the Hell's Blast. That's big for Salvo. And for Salvo with a bad super dash on Wake Up. And GSlayeR turns this around, gets the win in game 1.
Salvo just does not have an answer to that 16 in any way.
Yeah, we'll see if seeing it for a round maybe gives him an idea of what to do heading into this next game. I know some guys, if you haven't had a whole lot of practice against the heavies especially, that can be pretty normal. We'll see. That was a dramatic match.
I fully agree. I thought that GSlayeR was gonna have it, take him in, dunk him out, and Salvo really came back in the back half of that match. I was really hoping we were gonna see some of those level 5s out of Team Gohan.
Yeah, same. That's always the hope with Team Go.
Especially with him sitting on 7 meter. Oh, man, I love it.
Brace yourself for the coming battle.
All right, opening up match 2. 16 coming in, hitting the heavy right away, getting the first couple of hits off in this match, and getting reversed right back on by King Gohan.
Gohan punches his way out of that corner. As that has got to be one of my favorite specials of the game, Gohan's 5-kick combo.
Oh yeah, I love when they open up the match with it and like just get everything that they need off of it.
Look at that, it's so flashy here.
Alright, this is where Broly succeeds. The corner pushed out.
In theory. But 18 is not a fan of the theory crafting. But maybe should be is he's gonna have to swap here. These guys are working through their full casts nice and early in this game. Ooh, Salvo vanishes the level 3. GSlayeR loves these raw 3s. And Salvo's gonna just match with the level 3 of his own. Gonna be completely raw, chunks out the cell there. And he's gonna keep this pressure going in the corner with Kid Buu. This is gonna be a really important swap for GSlayeR to try to attempt here. But he is pressuring his way out of the corner. Good, probably swap here. Yeah, gets the swap off. That was
into
huge.
the dunk, into the level 1. Player saying, "You're not taking me out that easy."
And now GSlayeR dropping a bunch of meter here. Salvo almost down, but he gets the vanish, and he's opting to combo here. There we go, gets the swap and gets the finish.
I always find it interesting how Brawlies start. Almost all of them will go for that armored rush across the screen. And Salvo does not opt to do that.
Yeah, maybe a good change up from what everyone expects out of that Brawly. It's GSlayeR laying down another solid combo here. But a lot of these have not turned into grabs in the air. He's not been consistent. As now he's popping his spark. Sparking him. Salvo might get the finish. He's dropping the 3, not taking any chances, but it was just barely too late. 16 gets the block and then brings out 18 as both of these guys want out of this matchup.
For the eat into the rain down.
Yeah, that is GSlayeR's spark off the table. Salvo chasing this one down. 1 hit on 18. Salvo going for a awkward raw level 1 there. 16 coming out. But the assist call gonna wipe out the blue health on 18, sorry. And Salvo gets the vanish off just barely, gets the kill. GSlayeR against the wall here. Salvo's got 3 characters and a spark. And there's the eat. He's going to recover some of that blue the old-fashioned way. He's going to spark it up. Wants the finish here. Salvo gets the heavy. And Salvo ties this up 1-1.
Easy money.
I love all the raw level 3s these guys toss out.
You know, I was playing some games this week, actually against Swordmates, and really kind of saw the power of the raw level 3. I think there are certain situations where the raw level 3 is really worth it.
Absolutely.
I was definitely a guy that like really only used it after his combos, but I've been trying to throw a few more out there.
Yeah, well, GSlayeR been throwing a lot of more out there, and Salvo has always been a fan of them in the decent amount of sparring I've done with him too, but we're a long way from that 3 meters. Salvo is starting a solid corner combo, maybe the best combo we've seen Salvo pull off today, but both these guys get the swap off.
And Brawly just saying, "I have armor, fuck you."
Well, you know, that is the best way to talk to short people. Bring them on up. And then force him to the far corner. Why not? Salvo is on fire here, dropping a ton of damage, but these guys getting pull off the villain swap. But Salvo is looking much more comfortable as time goes on, but as I say that, GSlayeR does force his way out of the corner.
There is sitting on 4 meter right now. Enough to pull anything he wants off.
There we go. He lays some good chunk into Salvo. He's going for the raw 3 here yet again. Salvo should be blocking this. But, oh! Now GSlayeR gets the finish.
That hurts.
That hurts a lot.
There's a lot of health still left on his characters. Not a whole lot of blue.
Yeah, and Salvo is trying to force us in the corner, but he's going to pull in Gohan. You guys are both kind of getting their swaps off whenever they want. Salvo forced back into the corner here. We may see a spark soon, but no, actually GSlayeR going to be the first to spark here. He wants to keep this pressure up, but Gohan punching his way out of the corner here. And that spark on GSlayeR almost gone already. And there it goes. So Salvo has the spark advantage. Probably going to want to use it soon here. This is going to be a pretty huge chunk of blue. And yeah, there it is. Salvo reading my mind here. Now Salvo maybe 2 hits away from finishing off 18. And there's the vanish, the heavy. He gets it in 1. So now we are back to a pretty even game.
Yep, Cell 18, no sparking. Oh, and Salvo just shitting on this Cell.
Yeah, it drops the pressure. Easy swap there for GSlayeR, but doesn't pull the combo off. Salvo blocks the special, and there it is! Level 3! This is going to put so much damage into GSlayeR. Salvo's going for the 5!
Level 5!
He finishes him! Oh! What a disaster for GSlayeR! Oh!
That's like, that puts you in the wild card round. Right there. Right there. That move.
I don't think Salvo's playing for the wild card round. I think he's playing for top 3 here.
I was talking about GSlayeR.
It's going to be so close. Now GSlayeR hoping to catch Salvo with his pants down here. But Salvo is blocking. And there it is, the super dash in, and Salvo gets the finish. Salvo takes this over GSlayeR 2-1.
I never imagined.
That is a very group-deciding match.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Now Salvo going to be in a pretty big driver's seat to take the top 3 spot here, like he's been saying he would all along. But we'll see. We've still got some time to go before we figure that out. So we've got just a moment here before we have our rescheduled match on stream. Jim Bone versus Tree coming up in just a few minutes, so stick around. Alright, welcome back, folks. Got our next match of the night coming up here. Jim Bone versus Tree. And this is probably a pretty big game for Tree. He's been dropping everything he's played so far, and in a very competitive group, he doesn't have much leeway left. And unfortunately, he's going against Jim here, who's not bad at Dragon Ball.
No, Jim is probably one of the people that have been putting in the most time into this game. And he's pretty fucking good because of that.
Yes. And Tree would really like to steal this win, but Jim does not want to let him. He maybe had a little disappointing week one, but he's looking pretty in control here, keeping Frieza in that corner. She has to banish his way out, but Jim is just looking in total control right now.
Yeah, that Trunks is really his head and butter of his team. The Trunks and the Goku have been on point. I know he's kind of been switching in and out that third character, but this lead is great.
Yeah, it takes out Tree's Frieza nice and early. Jim Bone only been hit a few times.
And right as we say that, he gets comboed into the corner, into the
Ooh, Tree misses the level 1 though. This is looking good. Jim, he's got very good assist pressure, which we have not seen that much of tonight. And now Hit's going to be in some danger here. There's the knockdown, the Kamehameha on the ground. I don't even know if he had a call-out Gohan there, but why not power him up? As,
you get the level 1.
Yeah, now Jim's down maybe 2,000 health in this matchup. And even when Tree is getting some aggressive banishes off, Jim is getting the easier read here.
It was exactly what Tree is trying to do.
Yeah, Jim gonna try to combo this through the spark. Nice banish, keeps this pressure on point. Just keeping Goku pinned to that corner. Jim's dashing into the level 3 though, and that is gonna hit, so he's gonna keep a little bit of pressure in this potential comeback. But I think Gohan's gonna just...
I wouldn't be surprised to see a Jim spark. Or he could have level 3'd and killed him.
Why level 3 when you can finish it with the fist?
I guess.
And that was demoralizing if you're Tree.
Yeah, I can't imagine a way that you come back from that and take anything at all away. These are some major skill gaps.
But Tree's gonna try for it anyways. And he's gonna keep the same team, which, you know, to be expected. But I think Jim is feeling alright here.
Enough. Oh, Tree gets the
Hey,
first hit.
that's better than the first, like, minute and a half of round 1 wins.
Oh, and the 2 H's come out.
Yes, he's learned Goku Black. That's the only thing you gotta hit.
That is the only thing.
So it was fun while it lasted. This is actually a canon matchup as well. Well, it was. But Trunks is back online. Gonna just keep slamming Tree towards this corner. Keeps the pressure up.
God, I love the assist in this match.
Yeah, Jim very confident to be pulling out some pretty constant pressure here. Now we got both these guys swapping into another canon matchup. But a Tree is looking a little more online this time, as he's got a slight lead here right now. But Jim not rallying. He's gonna take the swap. Wants to pull Hit out, but a nice counter. Another nice counter.
Actually, isn't looking that bad for Tree.
Yeah, good mental reset after game 1. But ooh, Jim doesn't keep that combo going.
Oh, the 2H followed by the other 2H.
And now Jim's gonna put him on the ground. Does not want to follow up with any meter. Probably wouldn't have been able to get the finish there, so he's gonna just keep it for now. As Jim has slowed down his pressure a bit, or at least momentarily, but now coming back out. He's swapping that blue health back to the bench club, but now it's Trunks back on board for Jim. Online, putting the damage out.
Jim's done practicing characters. Just bring the Trunks Ben out, finish this off.
Yeah, but this is going to be close over. Tree drops the combo in the air, and now Jim's going to spark this one nice and early. He is not losing this Trunks first. And there it is. Finishes it with the sword. Just like in Dragon Balls.
Terminate my target.
Oh,
How about this?
Oh, keeping it up with these counters.
Try to block this.
You know, I was gonna say it's impressive how many like canon matchups there are in this game, but I guess when somebody's playing Goku, there's gonna be a lot of canon matchups and fighters.
everything's canon. Everything.
And just as we're trying to get excited about Tree's potential here, Jim has kind of clawed back into this one. He's forcing that spark out of Tree on Goku Black, but this is a pretty big advantage for Jim here as he's forcing Mr. Rose into and out of the corner. And Jim might get the finish here. Is he going to go for the level 3 on the ground? No, he does not. Waits for Tree, the animation lock. Goes for the banish, but actually Tree hits the raw 3 here, and I think this finishes Goku. So this is keeping things alive a little longer, but his reward is a full health adult Gohan coming out.
Yeah, there's been some pretty wacky combos by Jim that like kind of flubbed. All right. Maybe he's like, fuck it, I'll beat you with Trunks.
Yeah, but there's the raw level 3. I don't know what's up. Jim just kind of has stopped pressuring, and he's kind of giving Tree a chance here. As Tree's not putting out some good damage. Tree's only a few good combos away from turning this one back around. As he's laying the pressure into Jim, he drops the block, he gets the 1, and that's where we go. Gohan is down. You said Jim might want to finish this with Trunks. Well, now he's gonna have to.
Oh my god.
As Jim at least has the meter down.
Oh, and
We got our hopes up and out the way.
Dreams are dead. Dreams are dead.
And Jim pulls that one back around, so one way or another secures the win and takes it 2-0. So now we've got a few minutes off stream here before we go into our next match, so stay tuned, guys. We'll be back with Gharris versus Mai Wang before you know it.
User joined your channel.
Hello, everyone. We're ready to play the next match of the DBZ Season 1, whatever this is, etc., etc. Baddy Ballsy. I'm with Destructive, dude. Destructive, what's going on here? Tell me what's up.
We're doing stuff and things. We got Gharris versus everyone's Wang. Not just my Wang. Everyone's Wang.
Everyone's Wang, indeed. He's like, I don't know, is he the crowd favorite?
I like to think that either him or Ajs Zero is the crowd favorite, but let me tell you about everyone's crowd favorite adult Gohan with the Vegeta assist. Can't beat it, so join it.
Yeah, I was going to say, Wang doing some work here, bringing down Android 16 from Gharris to half health. A little bit of recovery with that swap going down, but he's doing work on Vegeta too. And yeah, his adult Gohan is nothing to balk at right now. He's kind of doing some work.
Keeps hitting it with that down heavy into the level up combo there.
Yeah, Vegeta, sliver of health. You got nothing. Gharris, what are you going to do, bud?
Gonna die to the 16, opening up that big combo there. Gharris quickly down a character. We got a 16v16 battle. Let's see who comes out on top with the big armor.
Yeah,
we see a lot of 16s in this league.
Well, I mean, 16 is like the best apparently. Like according to the meta, he is the guy. Like if you're not playing 16, you're asking to lose. So
you're not playing 16 or 21 or Adult Gohan or Yahel Splash. Gharris has one character. He's got 5 meters though with the sparking and a full health blue Vegeta as he super dashes right into the 16. And I don't know if Gharris knows that down and back is blocked. I want to learn that button combination pretty quick here.
No, late spark coming out there. That's not, I mean, it's good. He's recovering a lot of health from it, but I would have sparked right out of the gate. But yeah, Wang is just doing work. He's been kicking his ass through the spark, like, mercilessly. Like, there is nothing good coming out of Gharris right now. Wang has not been hit for a decade and a half, and he's still beating on him.
Wang is not letting up, and we're getting out raw final flash. That's pretty sick. Doesn't use the level 5, only uses the level 3. His sparking is still going, but it looks like it's going to be the end as Wang has him in the corner. And that's going to be round 1. I barely had time to think, eat, sleep, or blink in that entire round. 90 seconds. Wang coming out on top, game 1.
Yeah, Wang definitely showed up there. He did. Yeah, he did all sorts of work. There was no breathing room. I mean, Gharris really, especially through that spark at the very end there was no ground for recovery, really. Damn.
Gonna jump back in to game number 2. Gonna keep the same teams here. And yeah, Wang, definitely a crowd favorite. As you can see, he plays the game quite a bit more than a lot of other people in this league. And he's got a lot of good characters. We see a lot of players in the league use Vegeta for the Vegeta assists and 16 and Adult Gohan. And we got a hodgepodge of everything. There is definitely a big skill gap between the top players in the league and the bottom, but that's what Baddy League is all about, let's be honest.
Yeah, definitely. There's always that skill discrepancy in all Baddy leagues. You know, League of Legends, Overwatch, and clearly in this first DBFZ match, Wang doing all sorts of work here, but it's a little bit more even this time, it looks like, as Gharris is showing up too.
Gharris shows up with Wang, getting that down heavy immediately, going for the nice level 1 level up ability. And he is trying to get rid of the 16 as fast as possible, but Gharris does the smart thing. Quick tag out. And welcome to Baddy Super Dash League. Population, all of us.
Yeah, really. Our bumper, RB, way too easy to push. Good swap coming out of Wang here, getting Vegeta in the action, and a lot of damage going down on Gharris again. Adult Gohan taking a break. Wang, driver's seat all day, not getting out.
Gharris swaps into the blue Vegeta. Somewhat different moveset than the regular Vegeta. Doesn't have as good of an assist. Does a little bit more damage depending on how you look at it. Realistically, regular Vegeta's kind of just there for the assist. Gharris finally gets out of the corner, gives himself some breathing room, has 4 bars of meter, but chooses to super dash in and loses his blue Vegeta. And now he's got 2 characters with low HP, about half HP. Against Wang, who's honestly just going to town here.
Oh!
Hits him with the level 3.
What?
And look at Gharris. Gharris coming out, trying to show that he is not going down without a fight. Hits Wang with that level 3. Hell's
Wait a minute.
Flash, but
Was that
unfortunately he's gonna get a lot of the health back.
I thought. Wait a minute. I thought Android 16 level 3 just killed people.
He has 2 level 3s.
Oh.
His 1 level 3 is the self-destruct, and he has another one that is a Hell's Flash. And just like that, Gharris is gonna come out swinging, baby. We got ourselves a game 2.
Yeah, we're back in right now with very, very even fighting, and Gharris getting the jump on Wang. Holy shit. Oh my god. This.
Right back to Baddy Super Dash League. Comes in with another level 3. Oh my god!
Christ.
Just like that, Joe and I look away for 5 seconds, and Gharris passes off the controller to Sonic Fox, and now he's up 2 characters to 1. But Wang has the 3 bars meter, and he has a sparking, but he's getting comboed up pretty well. He's got to pop it quick. There it is.
Oh man, that spark though, it's not going to get him, I mean, it's going to keep him alive for a long enough time, but Gharris is just doing all sorts of work, and it looks like, I mean, he's got to use the spark too. Oh my god, Harris, what are you doing?
He buys enough time with the sparking. Hopefully, Wang's sparking goes down quick, but we got advantages on advantages, and he super kicks into the key barrage.
Use your spark, Harris, what are you doing, you imbecile? Oh my god, why?
Gharris brings it from the depths, and he dies without popping sparking, which honestly could have saved him the game. Wang lives to fight another day. What a match! Ladies and gentlemen of the Baddy Ball Z community, welcome to Destructive's 5 games of non-stop commentating action. Next on the lineup, we're going to take a quick break here, catch our breaths, go to the bathroom if we have to. Next, we're going to have atwongdotcom versus Thrifty Senpai. We will catch you guys in a hot minute.
All right, boys, and we're coming back for an exciting matchup of Atwong versus Thrifty Senpai. This is the friend matchup. Thrifty Senpai, the one that got Atwong into this Baddy Ball Z league. How excited for you are this destructive dude?
I'm
Looks like I
pretty
have to
amped.
fight.
It's game 2 of Destructive's commentary genius, featuring Wang this time, so it's gonna be good. It's not gonna be like Joe. Love you, Joe. It's gonna be good commentary. We got a Vegeta Blue versus 16 to start it off. Let's get it popping.
Oh,
And
and they're both charging! They're both going for the charge! Level 5-7. What? They just stopped? Oh, and 18 or 16 broke the truth.
Oh, and Thrifty is gonna go straight in for some big boy damage after getting the big charge up. Not before Atwong comes right back with big shit of his own. This is what they planned for. This is what we came to see, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Baddy League.
They just wanted to see fake moves and fake moves happen over and over again. Oh, but with a whiffed assist, level 1. Thrifty Senpai is actually, like, despite this matchup being pretty, kooky, doing some decent damage.
Thrifty Senpai throwing out a bunch of meter right there, trying to take down Atwong's Vegeta. But Atwong coming back against the BMP charge. But it doesn't, he's just not throwing out raw supers that aren't connecting. And here comes Thrifty Senpai, but right back out comes Atwong.
Destructive dude, are we getting trolled? Are we just getting trolled this match?
I don't even know what this game is anymore, to be honest. This is a lot of raw supers being thrown out. I'm waiting for a character to go down. I don't know who's going to die first.
Nobody's
Again, with
going
the key
down.
charge.
Key charge. Only key charge. Just whips, blocks. Nothing's connecting. Oh, there we go. Into a 16 combo. It's a blue combo, but I'll take that. Oh.
There we go. Thrifty Senpai trying to take out Atwong's Vegeta Blue, and he does that with, I wouldn't say ease, a lot of whiffing, and missing, and BM. But it looks like Thrifty wants to get some of that. Not before Atwong unleashes the raw level 3.
Easy money.
Takes out Thrifty Cell. Claps and F's in the chat, boys.
Alright, we're actually looking at a pretty even game right now. Fairly even how both have sparking. I guess Thrifty has the 7 meters, which is pretty good.
But he also has a super low health kid boost, so we'll see how passive he's playing. Looks to be very passive, but he runs straight in to the heavy kick from Cell. It looks like Thrifty's gonna have to pull out some miraculous tricks here, but we all know how good sparking is. It can easily 1v3 characters with the right amount of persistence and cunning. But you're not supposed to get comboed in the corner. As you do, you have to pop it at some point. Atwong is unleashing everything he's got. Full load, no condom.
Oh, and Thrifty's going for the level 3 again. Oh,
Thrifty gets the block up. He has 2 bars of meter. He popped the sparking. Atwong's trying to do as much chip damage as he can before it gets all healed up. Thrifty still has 4 bars of meter. He's getting close to truly utilize 16's kit effectively. He's just getting key barrage in the corner. He
oh,
waited.
He does it. He gets it. The explosion. 50,000 damage.
50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town. Thrifty got off the big attack, but it was a waste of time and energy as we get a big heavy kick from Atwong, and that's going to be how game 1 goes in favor of Atwong. But I agree with you, Wang. We got trolled and BM'd the entire time. I don't count it. I want a rematch. Redo.
Rematch everything.
Restart the stream.
7 o'clock again. We get some time travel here. Trunks, where you at?
And I instant transmission to both their houses and smack them for wasting our time and energy.
We did not. Atwong got a real win in this match against Thrifty Senpai's real team.
All right, boys and girls. Looks like we're gonna probably keep the same teams as last time. Thrifty Senpai locking in. Atwong locking in. Going back in for another round. It looks like Atwong did make a quick substitution, took out his 16 in favor of the, it looks like to be a regular Vegeta. Or a blue, I think it was a blue Vegeta, sorry.
No, he put in Cell.
No, they both had Cell, didn't they?
I don't know.
I'm high, I don't know what's going on.
We don't know. We didn't watch the last game. Somebody did. Tell us in chat. Atwong looks like he's coming out with his real power, not that fake shit.
And here comes the blue Vegeta, getting instantly pummeled by the Kid Buu, which a lot of players in this league also play. We got a lot of Kid Buu, we got a lot of Vegeta Cell.
A lot of both Vegetas.
A lot of both Vegetas.
A lot of people playing blue. A lot of people playing Super Saiyan.
We have Thrifty Senpai's Kid Buu here, staying in, tagged and doing a lot of work on this blue Vegeta, but Atwong still has two characters with full HP, and he's letting blue Vegeta stay in for the majority of the match, utilizing his assist as much as possible, trying to get in chip damage on all characters without necessarily wasting his ringer, which looks to be either the Cell he brought in or the regular Super Saiyan Vegeta, but it doesn't matter. Blue Vegeta is doing hella work.
Oh, and he goes for the raw, and it does not work. Put a condom on him, boys. Put a condom on him.
Always wear protection, especially against Thrifty Senpai Cell, as he does work against Wang Cell. We brought him to this match, putting out the raw front flip kick of death. And here he goes with the aerial combo.
Thrifty Senpai is still not out of this, although he looks to be on the defensive side for most of this match, getting the great two-way up in the air with Kid Buu. Nice little combo going on there, and he's got 7 bars and charging anyways. He doesn't give a fuck.
So does Atwong, almost has 7 bars being popped. Raw level 3 on Cell, and Thrifty doesn't even go for the block. What a maneuver! And there, down goes Thrifty Senpai's Kid Buu, but he comes out hard with the heavy kick. You Cell on Cell matchup, protect your androids. This is some porno shit. Oh my god.
Thrifty tries to repeat the raw level 3, doesn't do the same as Atwong. Gets blocked, he knows how to push the back button.
He goes, Thrifty Senpai goes for the Dragon Rush, which could have killed earlier, but it doesn't matter because Wong got caught with his dick out, going for the key charge. And now we're back to a 2v2, roughly the same amount of meter, and both with their sparking, so it's really anyone's match going on so far.
I feel like Atwong's still just playing. Testing the range out on that of Vegeta. Super.
And it doesn't, he goes down anyway for it, but here comes the Super Saiyan Vegeta with full HP and a sparking. Can Wong do it? He's gonna put him in put Thrifty in a Dragon Rush, going up top, doing some combo shit. Gonna catch him with the final flash.
That hurts.
Thrifty taking the smart move, going for the Sparking Blast, try to end it, and he gets the jump! Oh, but the Sparking Blast cancels it! Holy shit!
Who would have seen this coming? Thrifty doesn't land a level 3.
I did not know Sparking Blast canceled that level 3 animation. Color me impressed.
Anything cancels it. Anything cancels it.
Anything cancels. I'm getting a new word in from our sponsor, Mai Wang. Back to the gameplay, ladies and gentlemen. He's got Atwong uses that sparking. He's got half HP in a dream.
Thrifty still has 5 bars. That means at least 1. But raw level 3, unless he dies right here, and Atwong will be our champion of the Thrifty vs Senpai. Atwong, you know, the match.
The match. Atwong taking it hot.
I have no idea what your plan.
And that is what we like to see coming out of Wong. We had an opportunity there to see Thrifty take it on, but failed miserably. And that's going to do it for our boys. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Coming up next, big matchup. Galnier, Gharris, be here. 3 minutes.
All right, everybody, welcome back here for some more hype Baddy League action. We got Galnier versus Gharris, and I'm here with my dude Destructive. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Ladies and gentlemen, come back round 3 of 5. You can't get rid of me this easily. Baddy Ball Z commentating genius. Hopefully we're not going to have a BM, the log in a match. As we have Gharris and Galnier. Galnier bringing out the Beerus, my boy, versus Gharris, Android 16. And Galnier starting off pretty strong, taking an early hit, but he does not stop from performing that hot air combo. And welcome to Baddy Super Dash League.
Yeah, no, Gharris coming off a loss. He's still showing us some solid Android 16 work here. Gonna put the pain onto Galnier, get him in the corner. Ooh, nice to do this. This keeps the combo going.
Galnier gets hyped early, but he gets caught in that corner combo. However, he's able to make the quick tag to blue go-to. And Gharris was baiting the super dash to hit him with the down heavy. Let's go in the standard 16 combo. And Galnier finds some offense.
This fucking robot's going hard. Slapping everybody up, but this might be the end of him. We see a raw level 3.
And Vegeta gets caught in the tag. What a play from Galnier. Getting a little bit of a luck there from Gharris, getting the quick tag. And now he's got to do something with Vegeta, but he's going to get swapped out for blue Vegeta. And once again, Gharris put the work on.
Yeah, lots of action in this corner here. Determined afterwards, we're always going back. Gharris now putting Galnier for a turnaround. Gonna get a blow, but Gohan gonna get tagged out.
And we got some blue on blue action. The Saiyan boys from Planet Virginia coming in hot as Goku doing some work on Gharris' Vegeta. Whose character will drop first? Galnier bringing in the Beerus. Can he do some work with his best character arguably on his team? Gonna take down blue Vegeta. Galnier drops the first character has been taken out. Let's see what Gharris does here with this 16. Double shoulder charge.
Coming in hard. Laying out the damage, just what the doctor ordered. 2 CCs of Nick, gonna blow up Beerus.
3 CCs of a Hell Splash, 2 CCs of Nick. Call me in the morning. Here comes the Teen Gohan. And we've seen a lot of players that play 16 really be reliant on 16, but it seems to be once you get rid of their 16, they really don't have much else. It doesn't make any sense where they start as a ringer. But as the opener, but here comes Galnier using that level 3 as Gohan, the father-son Kamehame. See ya later, Buckaroo. Gharris
now relying on regular old Vegeta to try and run this back.
Not being able to utilize the best part of his kit, which is the assist. And Galnier popping off early, trying to get on this level 3 one more time. Gharris pops up quickly enough, tags out of it to get the block off, and pops his sparking, trying to end Team Gohan's career as a human being. Just kidding, he's a Saiyan. Doesn't matter, because he's dead.
Yep. He's looking real solid here in the fight. We're going to see the sparks from Galnier, but there's a lot of meter to go.
Again, welcome to Baddy Super Dash League. Galnier trying to get some work, but he's gonna drag it, he's gonna super rush right into the final flash. And even though sparking was popped, it doesn't matter. It shreds right through the health regen. Game 1, Gharris. We got ourselves a pretty spicy matchup so far.
Yeah, I'm really pumped. That was way more hype than I was expecting it to be. But I feel like this is kind of par for the course for this thing.
Welcome to the Baddy League. Ladies and gentlemen,
never disappoints.
Never disappoints. Game 2. Looks like both men and women and children are roughly going to keep these same team, exact same lineups coming in here. Galnier going to start off with Beerus, Gharris starting off with the 16. And we'll see if Galnier can pull off some finagles. Accidental loss right there by dashing in to the final flash. Realistically, you take that away and it's anybody's game.
Now then. Well then, whenever you're ready.
You gotta love watching the intros. Whis, playable character, season 2. Let's get it.
It looks like I have to fight.
Passive 16.
Yeah, passive 16
red
until now.
Getting that command grab and throwing Beerus against the wall. And Gharris is spamming that shoulder charge as much as he physically can.
Yeah,
Team Gohan
he's punished a lot off of it though. He gets the grab. I mean, standard bread and butter stuff from Android 16 here.
Down there getting the quick vanish in, which allows him to open up with some more offense here. He's going to try to do as much work onto this Android 16 as he can before he eventually gets tagged out. But hopefully if he gets him caught in a big enough combo, he can take him out for good, which is really, like I said before, Gharris' bread and butter. However, Gharris putting in that work, doing whatever he can to try and get Team Gohan in the air, but here comes Goku Blue, followed by another tag to Vegeta.
We're swapping characters in and out like no other, keeping us on our toes, but Gharris still in a dominating control of this match.
Galnier backs himself into the corner, not a good move for him. Gonna get hit with that big bang attack, he needs to swap out Blue, but he cannot swap out Goku fast enough. Down goes Galnier's anchor character already, only a minute into this matchup.
Yeah, Gharris seemed to have calibrated off of that last one, kind of got Galnier's MO, and he is putting down all the damage here.
Big block from Galnier. But Galnier pops to level 3 on accident, and he wastes all that meter that isn't command grab range for Beerus, not going to land. And here, but Galnier says, fluff that meter, I don't need it. I'm gonna put on even more work as Catman. Trying to take down this Vegeta, but now before Blue gets tagged right back in. And besides Galnier losing his character early, it's a very close matchup between these two players. Vegeta gonna pop, Blue Vegeta gonna pop that final flash, trying to look for the level 5 potential opening if he got the hit confirmed. Nothing going for Gharris. Galnier's playing hella fast ever since he lost his Goku Blue, trying to even it up as fast as he can.
Yeah, no, he's definitely trying to get some evening up on it, but he's just not able to find the way in onto it whenever he is getting hits. He's not getting much, and Gharris making sure to punish wherever he can, getting another final flash on.
And Galnier has to get that quick swap as he decides to keep in Gohan, but he finally gets the swap up. And on the one hit that Vegeta Blue was at, in comes Android 16, but Galnier decides to go on the offensive here, popping the sparking. And here comes Galnier, trying to do what he can to take out these characters as fast as possible. In comes the Super Death Ball, misses, and here comes Vegeta. With the sparking still on, he's going to get that health regen, but
that health regen is not going to be enough here, though.
Not against these manual combos, and Galnier to figure something out, tagging in Team Gohan. Galnier loses the sparking, no more health regen. He needs to find some offense, not before the down heavy comes out from Vegeta. Here comes the big bang attack, down goes Gohan. Beerus, little HP,
no, Beerus
5
is
bars.
The only one left here. He's got that
Quick
meter
advantage.
advantage, but a long way to go. That's a lot of health bars left.
It's chip damage there on the key barrage, and that's gonna be it for Galnier and the Beerus. Gharris keeping all of his characters alive. Not a lot closer than you would think, but unfortunately, close doesn't count in Dragon Ball FighterZ. It's still a loss, 2-0 to our boy Gharris. Baddy League fans, you thought you were done with Destructive, but you're not. And you're not done with Thrifty. Coming up next, Cruzmaster, Zeddiccus, Game 2 of the Thrifty D3 trifecta. We'll catch you in a few.